Breaking news. Something big is happening in Los Angeles, and the Chargers are right at the center of it. What's coming in 2025 isn't just exciting, it's game-changing. This team is about to flip the entire NFL on its head. We've uncovered 3 major developments that could turn the Chargers into a full-blown powerhouse this season, and trust me, you're not ready for this. But before we dive into the latest news, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you never miss a single Chargers update. All right, let's get into it. First up, all eyes are on a Chargers wide receiver who's been grinding harder than ever. Word from inside the camp is he's transformed his body completely. Stronger, faster, sharper. Defenders better be ready because he's coming with something special this year. But that's just the beginning. There's a defensive star, a true beast, who's been flying under the radar. While other teams sleep, this guy is preparing to dominate. Quiet now, but soon, the whole league will know his name. And when you see the numbers he's about to drop, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. And then, there's the firestorm brewing at the running back position. A veteran is being doubted, overlooked, even disrespected. But here's the twist. That same disrespect is fueling the comeback of a lifetime. He's got something to prove, and he's about to remind the entire NFL why you never count out a fighter. Lad Manki's breakout warning. The pieces are coming together, and what's building inside the Chargers camp could explode into something legendary. When 3 major storylines collide, a rising receiver, a hidden defensive force, and a veteran with something to prove, you get the kind of spark that can ignite a Super Bowl run. Let's start with the rising star of this offense, Lad Manki. Yes, you heard that right. Manki is quietly becoming the most dangerous weapon in the AFC West. Behind the scenes this offseason, he's been working like a man possessed, not just training, but transforming. We're talking serious physical development, bulking up while keeping his elite speed intact. According to inside reports, Manki isn't just preparing for his second season, he's preparing to dominate it. And here's what's crazy. Even last year, through pain and injury, he still rose to the top. As a rookie, he didn't just perform, he rewrote parts of the Chargers' record books. Now imagine that same fire, that same relentless mindset, backed by more strength, more experience, and a full understanding of what it takes to thrive in the NFL. This isn't just off-season hype, this is the warning shot. And for every defensive coordinator in the AFC, it should sound like an alarm. Lad's evolution and Tuli's emergence. Now think about this. Last season, Lad Manki tore through defenses without even being at full strength. He didn't have a fully NFL-ready body yet, and still, he dominated. But now, things have changed. With the help of top trainers, elite nutrition, and a year of experience under his belt, Manki has built himself into something entirely new. He's not just adding muscle, he's building an NFL-ready machine designed to take hits, break tackles, and win one-on-one battles like never before. This is what a second-year leap looks like. Manki is entering 2025 not as a promising rookie, but as a serious problem for every defensive back in the AFC West. He's stronger, smarter, more explosive, and the league doesn't even see it coming. But while Manki's rise is grabbing attention, something even more terrifying is brewing on the other side of the ball. Enter Tuli. Chargers fans, if you're not talking about Tuli yet, you will be. While other teams and analysts focus on the usual star names, Tuli has been working in silence, preparing to wreak havoc. This man is about to explode onto the national stage, and once quarterbacks start feeling the pressure off the edge, they'll be asking the same question. Where did this guy come from? Tuli is the sleeping giant no one saw coming, but they're about to find out. Tuli's breakout year incoming. Here's what should have every Chargers fan fired up. Tuli racked up 8.5 sacks last season, and he did it while playing just 67% of the snaps. Let that sink in. He wasn't even a full-time starter, and still managed to pressure quarterbacks like a top-tier edge rusher. Now, with Joey Bosa off to Buffalo, Tuli is stepping into a starting role, and likely seeing over 80% of the defensive snaps. Do the math. If he did that much damage in limited action, imagine what he'll unleash with more time on the field. We're talking about a real shot at 12 to 15 sacks, and he's only 23 years old, just scratching the surface of his potential. But sacks are just one part of the story. Tuli isn't a one-dimensional edge rusher. He's a complete defender. He can stop the run, collapse the pocket, and even shift inside on passing downs to wreck offensive lines from different angles. That kind of versatility is a nightmare for offensive coordinators. And it's not just the fans noticing. Khalil Mack himself has praised Tuli's growth. And when a legend like Mack speaks highly of a young teammate, you know it's serious. Tuli has spent the last season waiting behind stars. But now, it's his time. And here's the twist. He's entering a contract year. History shows that's when motivated players go off. And with Jim Harbaugh now in charge, you can bet every ounce of talent is going to be maximized. Tuli isn't flying under the radar anymore. He's coming straight for the spotlight. Tuli Tuipulotu is no longer just a promising young player. He's becoming a full-blown defensive threat, and Jim Harbaugh is about to let him loose on the league. This isn't just a breakout season, it's a statement year. The Chargers have a monster on the edge, and the rest of the NFL has no clue what's about to hit them. Tuli is about to go from underrated to undeniable. But the story doesn't end on defense, because on the offensive side, something personal is brewing. Naji Harris is walking into the Chargers' backfield with a chip on his shoulder the size of SoFi Stadium. Disrespected, doubted, dismissed. And that's exactly what makes this story so dangerous for the rest of the league. Let's be clear. This is a guy who rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of his first 4 seasons. He's not guessing at what it takes to succeed. He's done it, over and over again. Yet somehow, Harris is being treated like a backup. Analysts have buried him in the rankings. The team brought in rookie competition. And the media? Barely talking about him. That's a mistake, a big one. Because this isn't a rookie hoping to prove himself. This is a seasoned veteran who's been in the fire before and knows exactly how to respond when the spotlight fades and the doubts begin. Naji Harris doesn't need hype. He needs an opportunity. And when that opportunity comes, he's going to turn this disrespected veteran narrative into one of the most incredible comeback stories the Chargers have seen in years. The stage is set. The motivation is real. And Harris is ready to remind everyone, loudly, who he really is. Never underestimate a warrior with something to prove. Jim Harbaugh didn't bring Naji Harris to Los Angeles to stand on the sidelines. He brought him here to lead, because when everything's on the line and the spotlight is at its brightest, you want a player who's been through the fire and come out stronger. Harris has heard the whispers. He's seen the rankings. He knows what they're saying, but here's what they've forgotten. When Naji runs angry, when he runs with purpose, he becomes a problem you can't solve. Every slight, every doubt, every ounce of disrespect is turning into fuel. And that fuel is going to power something unforgettable this season. Touchdowns are coming. Tough yards, game-changing moments. Not just from talent, but from sheer determination. And now, look at the bigger picture. McConkey has rebuilt his body and sharpened his focus. Tuli is ready to explode into stardom and anchor the defense. And Harris is charging into a comeback story that could define the season. This isn't just a rebuild, it's a rebirth. These 3 stories, grit, growth, and redemption, are about to collide and create something truly dangerous. The Chargers have been counted out before, but this year, they're stepping into the fight with a team built on heart, hunger, and real firepower. Get ready, because what's coming next might be the most unforgettable season in Chargers history.